actually took me like an hour to get that fire going, only for it to die. And I was like, yeah, I'll give up and I'll sit in a blanket. I'm sitting in a blanket, but I was like, no, I can't do it. This is literally me today, sitting on the floor in front of the fireplace so I can be warm. Last week I was really having a horrible week because there's this part in my research that I have to like give a definition of, like a thorough explanation, and I need to back it up with a source, right? And I've been reading so many sources. Even now nobody defines this thing clearly, and they want a clear definition of this thing. Namangati. Like, it's just, the concept is what it is. Like, you just know what it is. But obviously can't say that. And I actually, I've never felt so down in my life, where it's like I'm looking, but the thing, it doesn't want to be found. And people like get to try to describe it, and then they don't. And then you're there like, you were almost there, but I can't use an almost there to define what this thing is, right? Okay, sharp. Now I'm back to the drawing board, whatever. I've gone through 3 papers thus far, going through another one, and still nothing. Not even an ounce of something. Everyone says what it is. Like, they just say the thing, but nobody defines it. And I'm just like, clearly this is a sign. Is it not that I can just leave the thing, but apparently I have to theorize it? Is it because I'm black? Is it because what I say can't stand without a white man's voice? This is also what went through my mind yesterday. I was sitting and I was thinking about how, as a black peer or a black person, you can't just exist without someone who to back your existence. Like, I can't say something, I have to back it up. Even if it's my life experience, I have to back it up by research. Even if it's something, I have to back it up by someone else's voice. I cannot say something and it be like, yeah, true. It doesn't happen. And that's very, very sad. And that really had me down the whole week last week. I was so down. I've never felt so defeated in my life, and I've had instances of defeats this year. But last week was, I think, the cherry on top. I think the thing that made me feel even bad is last week, since I made my timeline, was the 1 week where I didn't submit on time, and it wasn't because of myself. It was for things that were beyond my control, and that will happen with research. Like, things will be out of your control if you're not finding information, because what am I supposed to do? Dig through the earth? I was literally like, and yeah, it's just really frustrating. And then I start to panic, and my panic is not great. I don't talk to anyone, and I feel like maybe I should look at another thing that I should be doing. But like, one thing about me, I will easily give up, yeah. And then I'll obviously talk myself into my senses and stuff like that. But like, the first thing that I think to do is panic and be like, okay, what else can I do with my life? Because this is definitely not it. I'm working on that. And yeah, I think if you can, yeah, take a break after your uni and formulate your research and thoroughly like think about it. I didn't, and that's why I find myself so frustrated. I'm not saying I'm not going to run into hiccups and whatever, but it's better to run into hiccups having done the research more thoroughly than to run into the hiccups while you're still doing the research, because you also don't know where to go or turn. Yeah. I am at a point in my research where I'm literally reading any and everything, and this find tool is like my bestie. I literally just do this and scan through the pages because I'm on a time crunch, right? And if it's remotely related, I'll highlight it. If it's not, I go to the bottom and I look at the person's references and I highlight all the references, put them on a Word document, go and Google them and see if they can at least give me a fraction of something. I am trying to find a loophole anywhere I can. If it's possible, I will find it. Hopefully. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think I found my loophole. Man. I think I might have just. It's just a matter of sitting and sifting through things that are irrelevant, and you'll eventually get there. How crazy. Before I get ahead of myself, let me actually read. I actually forgot that tomorrow I write my learners. I have been preparing for it though. It just hit me that it's actually tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna finish this paper and close that for now, and then just go through my learner stuff and do the tests until like I write tomorrow, which is at least like around 1. So I'll be like somewhat ready, you know? And then, yeah, whatever happens. I hope I pass it, because I'm not doing this again. Like, I have no desire to get a license. This is me forcing myself because everyone just continuously acts like I'm gonna die if I don't get a license. I'm having a slice of cake. Will it solve my problems? No, but it's gonna give me instant gratification when I finish eating it, so I'd take that over getting my problem solved, because it's gonna take a lot to solve my problems, and well, this is a quick fix. I want to have a segment of things that just don't make sense to me and bother me. One is the word aesthetic and its use. Like, you guys go consult a dictionary, thanks. Another one is this trend on TikTok, the art of noticing. You mean taking a picture? Taking a picture. This is me popping in. My hair is very dirty, ignore that. I just have a thing with words because I used to study linguistics. I just have a thing with words and how they're used. It does bother me quite a lot. And on the internet especially, there's this thing where people are so obsessed with renaming things, and it's just like, words exist for a reason. You don't have to. And it's mostly these colored people that have this obsession with renaming things, because you guys just will do what people do best, and you'll just rename something, act like you came up with it, whereas it's already existed for a long time. It's just your culture to do that. It's just ingrained in you, and it's disgusting behavior. I'm gonna go and study. I have the thing with stuff, so like I can finesse. Okay, I just have to go through the test. I was studying the signs and everything. The only thing I'm not confident about is my, what are they called? You see, I don't even know what they're called. I know the vehicle controls, I know the signs, but the road, when they map out the road, I'm just like, what on earth is that? But I'm gonna go. I have my K53, I'm gonna read through it, and then I'm gonna go over the tests. I have all the tests, and I printed them out. I've been ready for this day since last year, but here I am. Yeah. Don't be like me, kids. Don't be like me. Do you know what my thing is? I always get away with it, and then I pass, and then I will come back and find myself in a situation like this, but don't do that. Anyway. Good morning. Slept at 3 eventually. I got up at 2 to go to bed, but it was 6 degrees, and bengi vamakata, like blind, bengi malama imakata. It was so cold. Hey, my feet were frozen, and the hot water bottle I put on my feet was not helping. It felt like I was burning. It felt like I was on fire. obviously because my feet were frozen, which I think is not even good for me, but I digress. I'm writing my learners today. I'm gonna go over it. I did the test after I studied all those tests, right? And I literally got the same results I got the first time I wrote my learners, and I was like, what the hell? This can't be. I failed by 1 again, and it's the same place. So what I'm gonna do is go over all the tests and do the test one more time. Actually, I'm gonna do the test on the K53 app one more time, because how they ask questions on that app is just like, bro, like you have to pay attention, and don't confuse some of the things. They look similar. Okay, and then I'm gonna go through all my wrongs, and then I'm gonna read through the other tests, and whatever happens. I pass, I fail, it is what it is. Obviously I want to pass because I don't want to do this again. Like, in all honesty, I couldn't be bothered to get a license, but it's time. I can't postpone it anymore. Like, I just have to be an adult. There's this TikTok about why you postpone things like this, and it's just like, yeah, not that deep. I just don't want a license. I feel like there are already enough cars in the world. I don't need to be another person who's on the road emitting CO2 emissions, and we could go on for ages about why I don't feel it's necessary for me to drive. But anyway, point of the matter is, I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go shower now, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna leave here by 1. I need to be gone. I'm gonna be there 30 minutes before, just in case. You just never know. And I'm gonna make sure I have everything like ready, and I'm gonna dress really warm because it's freaking cold in Cape Town. I am the type of person who, no matter how hard I try, it takes me an hour to get ready. Like, it doesn't matter what, and I'm not doing much. I did my skincare, did my body care, everything, and I got dressed, and it took me an hour. It never takes me, I can't do 30 minutes. I just can't, even if I'm in a rush. I can do 30 minutes if I showered earlier and I moisturized and I did everything, and then I just have to get dressed. But you cannot tell me to get ready 30 minutes before. I will be late. I don't know why. I feel like it's time with myself, so I like to take my time with myself. Do you get what I mean? Anyways, I started the fire before I took a shower so that the room is a bit warm, or else this room is so cold. And I'm gonna go make something to eat and sit in the sun. If the sun is like out, there's a spot I have to sit in the house where if it's like warm and the sun's out, it's quite toasty there. I low-key wanna take a nap, but I can't because I won't wake up. I'm gonna go over these notes one more time, like, yeah, and do the test one more time, and then it is what it is. I just want you guys to see this book in its glory. It's stunning. I just want to say thanks to Lesejo. Oh, this is funny. I saw this exhibition actually. Like, I was going through this book, and I just want to say thank you to Tiamo and Lesejo for giving me the best coffee table book in the world. I come back, and obviously, as you've gathered by now, I'm rewriting. I contemplated, actually almost left, and I was like, let me actually just get this over with. Next time, there is no next time. There is no speaking. This is third time's a charm, okay? And if there's one thing I learn about myself, is if I don't want to do something, you can tell. Like, I really, really, truly couldn't care less. But to be honest, I want to get a job where this is not an issue, and I also want to be an adult in this life. And well, apparently delaying getting your license is you sort of delaying the acceptance that you're actually an adult, yada yada yada. This is all just TikTok chats anyway. But what I want to say is, do you know what, I'm actually pissed off because some of those questions were like, what? Oh, you sat there and I was like, what? What? Like, they were similar, and then it was like, you're saying two things that sound the same but they're not, and there's obviously one that's like the false answer, but then you don't give me the option of picking one. You go, is it I and I, or is it I or is it I and I, or all of the above? And I don't agree with any of that. So what must happen? And then I sit there and I'm like, but it's none of these, or it's one of them but not two. And then out of the two, I have to pick which one from the one that I disagree with I agree with the most. Are you mad? I got 27 out of 28 for the one, and then I got 8 out of 8, and then I got a 18 out of flipping 28. Last year, whenever I did my learners, I got 22. I got a 23 out of 28, and then I got a 22 out of 28, and then I got an 8 out of 8. So I drastically improved, and my science got significantly worse. But let me be honest, I've never written the self-writing one. I wrote the one on the computer. So the difference is, why am I seeing all the signs, whereas on the computer you're just seeing the question? Like, now I have to do but I'm gonna go rewrite it, because, and the reason I actually got such a high mark for my other things, because I actually studied the papers and I looked at those diagrams, and they were not exactly, they didn't ask the exact same questions, but I knew the diagrams and I knew what was going on. Because in the previous test, the mistake was I was just like, this is not what I saw. So I made it a point to know the things, so surely third time has to be the charm. Like, there's no choice. But anyways, if anything, guys, try to get your learners early so that you don't procrastinate it like how I do. If anything, I should have got my learners when I took a gap year. Yeah, I even took a gap year once upon a time, and I'm 24. Yes, it happens. I was in school a year early, so I had a year that I could take off, because it's nice when you cry and you want to be put in places you shouldn't be. But yeah, anyway, I am actually going to take a nap. I wanted to make something to eat, but I'm so tired. If anything, I need like a good bread or a croissant, something to drown my sorrows. I just woke up from a nap and I'm going back to bed. Actually, I'm not getting up. Get up tomorrow. The thing that talks about pulling an all-nighter is then reconfiguring everything so that you can wake up like a normal person. So I'm gonna go back to sleep, because if I wake up now, I'm not gonna sleep, and yesterday I was freezing, so I'm not doing that again. This is the best bread in Mhlabeni. I honestly just woke up just to eat this, and I'm going back to bed. Hi guys. So today I have an errand run. I have to go get a police clearance, so I'm going to canal walk, and then I don't know what I'm going to do after. I want to submit at least one page from my proposal to my supervisor, and then hopefully by Sunday I finish the rest, because I've managed to think of a way around the thing because I can't find a source. So I'll see how that works out for me. And then yeah, hopefully maybe I'll take myself on a solo date. I'm still contemplating because I also like, I'm not gonna make such a big trip and not do much, you know. Then yeah, I'll see. Oh my god, I just got lost and like and then I walk into the elevator, it looks like death row. Like then I press the button and I'm already on the ground floor. I'm like, I'm definitely lost. But I found where I was supposed to go, got my fingerprints. I don't know if I want to sit and eat, if I want to go home immediately. I'll decide. I went into Zara and I didn't really find anything. Like all the stores look the same right now. Everything looks the same, so I don't know. Bag. That's what I got from Embassy. I actually got a door hook for my room. I wanted to get one for the bathroom, but nobody responded in time, so I didn't get one because I didn't want to buy something that we didn't all agree on. So I bought black because I don't know, I think I like the black better than white, like these two. And they're just gonna hang like my bag and whatever I want to hang, if I feel like hanging it. Especially like when I pack my bag, sometimes I just like to leave it hung, you know, instead of hanging around the closet door. I feel like that looks a bit untidy sometimes. Yeah, so I took myself out on a date. If anything, the restaurant selections at Canal Walk is very interesting. There wasn't like one that I really wanted to go to, but I needed to go to one because I was gonna pass out. I was feeling really lightheaded. And I also went to the optometrist and I got my glasses fixed because I saw an AQ Specs there. That's where I got my glasses last year. And they do that for free because they just need to be straightened. And then my glasses also got a bath because that's something that I just do. Especially if you have like, what is it? Metal frames. I would suggest that you go get those like cleaned. Because it removes all the debris. Like sometimes when I wear makeup on the it's not the lens, it's the frame. On the frame the makeup just sits there. Even if I try to clean it myself, I can't get to it, and that thing, because it vibrates like this, it removes the things so much. And the technicians thankfully could straighten my glasses. I don't have to get a new pair of glasses. Actually, I was exaggerating. So I've saved myself money actually, and it was free. So that's the lovely thing about it. Anyways, yeah, I'm actually gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna make for dinner. I'll think about it, and I actually want to take a nap, so I'll see.